Hello everyone, it's the Venom Xenomorph and welcome to a new episode talking about Alien video game news. I 100% honestly did not expect to be making this video ever, but this is a very exciting video for me to make. Alien Isolation 2 has been officially unveiled or revealed today or whatever as a project that is being worked on currently at Disney. I know that sounds bad immediately because Disney is known for their PG titles and everything like that, but Alien has been one of the few products of theirs that they're going to attempt to prove their ability to retain the original nature of the franchise through rated R and mature settings. For example, Alien's Fireteam is going to be the next upcoming installment in the Alien franchise, regardless of whether it's a film, TV show like the upcoming Alien TV show on Hulu, or video game like this. And I can't wait to see what Alien's Fireteam comes out with. I know that they were talking in a recent video, in terms of like an interview and stuff like that, about the right attainment for Alien from Disney, which was a very odd discussion. I don't remember exactly what was said in that video. I'll probably have to double check for a different video involving Alien's Fireteam in the future. But long story short, they were able to get the rights from Disney to be able to make this amazing game. And so far, it's looking pretty accurate to its source material. Alien Isolation 2 is a game that people have been wanting ever since Alien Isolation first came out way back in 2014, 7 years ago. And the original team that had created Alien Isolation, had originally split up. Most of the team has been divided. Some of them even are like gone. Others are in different studios working on different projects. I know that Creative Assembly has created a new kind of franchise that they want to grow upon. But what they said in this article, it was made by We Got This Covered, which I know has had a bit of a shaky reputation. They've been announcing a lot of Alien stuff, but at the same time, though, they're saying that they got this from a really credible source, not to mention some details on other Alien projects. But Alien Isolation 2 is currently under development at Disney. What they're going to be working on is the script and storyline of the video game, and then they're looking for a designing team to be able to make the game. So they're going to license the IP out to a gaming company, but the story itself is going to be made there at Disney, which will be a first. This will be the first original Alien story made by the Disney company, by the House of Mouse, in quite a long time. The Alien TV show, whenever that decides to come out, will be the first film or TV adaptation of the Alien franchise by the House of Mouse, but the first video game adaptation is actually going to be this game, Alien Isolation 2. Currently, there is no other name besides Alien Isolation 2. We do know it will be a follow-up sequel to the first game involving the story of Amanda Ripley. Hopefully, it is a way better story than Alien Blackout, because Alien Blackout, I started playing it again recently, and while the mechanics itself were actually really interesting, the lore was really lacking. It was just basically a giant refresher on what was going on in the original Alien Isolation game. And there weren't much differences in the storyline from there other than it taking place on a different station with a different xenomorph outbreak. Which also doesn't make very much sense, considering the fact that we were left with a pretty decent cliffhanger at the end of Alien Isolation originally that has not been summarized or changed in any way based on Blackout. Blackout seemed more of like a spin-off game than it did an official sequel, but we are now officially getting a sequel. It sounds like the House of Mouse already has a studio in mind to be able to start designing this game right away. However, they're still keeping their minds open and allowing other companies to step up to the plate to try and take this on. Right now, the script is not done. We won't expect this game for a pretty long time. I'm sure this will be a next-gen exclusive PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, because the lifetime of a game like that, for example, Alien Isolation, was barely announced in like 2013, 2012 to be even being made, even though it had been in development for quite some time even before that. So, Alien Isolation was the last staple. No, it wasn't the last video game in the Alien franchise ever, obviously, because of Alien Blackout, but it is the last hopeful entry in the Alien franchise in terms of the video game world. Alien's Fireteam has some big shoes to fill, but Alien Isolation 2 arguably has even bigger shoes. Because while Aliens Fireteam is based off an original story, Alien Isolation has to follow up in a way that not only pays homage to the original, but supersedes it in any kind of game mechanic as well as graphic fidelity. For Alien Isolation being a 2014 game, the graphics are pretty freaking phenomenal for a game like that. And the perspective and the atmosphere and just the sheer horror element, the genius of the Xenomorph AI in Alien Isolation was astounding. And it's really, 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 really hard to live up to that kind of hype, especially 7 years worth of hype. This is a game that has barely started being developed, yet 7 years of hype has built up for a sequel. This is CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 on steroids. If Disney messes this up, it will be a massive, massive red flag for the future of the Alien franchise at Disney. That is not saying that any of their products in the future are going to be bad, but that is saying this is a first impression for them. Aliens Fireteam is definitely a first impression completely for a new Alien game. But this Alien Isolation 2 being completely made at Disney, because Aliens Fireteam was actually starting development before the Disney-Fox merger. So they were able to get fully funded for the game before Disney even bought Fox. Alien Isolation 2 is being developed while Fox is a part of Disney. So Aliens Fireteam has that hope of retaining what Fox wanted for an Alien video game to come out. This Alien Isolation is in unknown territory. We have no idea what we're going to expect from this game. And what is even more insane is the fact that the lore of Alien Isolation is so rich and tied to the movies. Disney has not even bothered yet, I should say yet, to even meddle with the original series of Alien films. Alien, like the TV show for Alien on Hulu, is going to take place on Earth. That is the only detail that we have so far in that show. It could be very well possible that the Alien show actually is during or in between one of the movies for the Alien franchise, but there's no word on that information so far. Right now, what we know is that the current big name that is going to be following the House of Mouse in the Alien franchise as an entire whole is going to be Alien Isolation 2, whatever they decide to call that game. We do know that at the end of the Alien Isolation, spoilers by the way if you had not played the game, Alien Isolation ended with Amanda Ripley being stuck in space inside of her atmospheric suit, waiting for rescue after blowing a xenomorph outside of the Torrens. She is stranded in space outside of an area where used to be Seegson airspace, and now is no longer even the Torrens. I don't even know how she'd be able to reach that ship from there. But she was inevitably stuck in space, and at the very end, there was a brief cinematic of a light shining over her face, as if there was a ship passing by, and her waking up, proving for her to be alive. So there was a grand opening for a new sequel. However, due to the development team splitting up, as well as Sega eventually losing the rights to Alien video games, they obviously were unable to create an Alien Isolation 2. So this is a massive, massive and bold step for Disney to take to go towards one of the most beloved Alien video games on the planet and try to make a successor. But that's all the time and information I even have on this right now. If you want to look at the original article will be in the link below in the description. If you enjoy videos like these, leave a like and subscribe. I will be posting more frequently and more often with great content for you guys in the future. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!